What's up, y'all? It's that Sports Kid here with my 2023 UCLA Bruins college football season predictions. Let's get into it. Last year, UCLA went 9-3 in the regular season and then ended the season with a bowl loss in the Sun Bowl to Pitt. This year, their win total over/under odds are 8.5. Pretty good. Expected to stay about the same this year as they were last year. They do bring back 16 players, 7 on offense and 9 on defense, and 4 Bruins were drafted in this past 2023 NFL draft. Several also signed as undrafted free agents. This past recruiting class was, I'm going to say, it was okay, but it was ranked the 25th best in the country. They brought in Dante Moore, a 5-star quarterback, and the number 4 player in the country. Absolutely wild. Definitely could be the starter. 1 5-star Dante Moore and 1 4-star Trey Edwards. He is a 4-star linebacker, a top 30 player from California. Pretty good. Not a 3-star. Along with those 2 high-star players, they brought in 13 3-stars. Alright, they'll fill the roster. Maybe they'll start eventually. Now, the transfer portal is actually a big deal for UCLA this year. They went out, and they brought in a lot of guys. Made up the 10th best transfer class in the country. 5 4-stars and 9 3-stars. 7 of those players are going to be starters. Some of those are Kyle Ford, a 4-star transfer receiver from Southern Cal. Michael Sturdivant, I probably butchered that, a 4-star receiver from Cal. So 2 high-star receiver transfers from the Pac-12. That's a big deal. Then they also brought in Jordan Anderson, a 4-star safety from Bowling Green, and a second MAC player will follow him to UCLA in Carson Steele, who is a 4-star running back from Ball State. Those 4 players will be starters. There are 3 others in the transfer class that are also going to be starters. My personal ratings for this team, how good I think UCLA is going to do on either side of the ball. Not how good they're going to do, but how good they are, and like the quality of players and such. I'm giving them an 8 out of 10 on offense. Should be pretty good. I don't expect too much improvement from last year. But last year was really good. Defense is actually shockingly good. They have one of the best defensive lines in the Pac-12. Their defensive backs, I think, are the only ones that are a little bit questionable. So, yeah, 8 out of 10 on defense. Pretty good. Now, Dante Moore does have a bit of competition. Of course, Dante Moore, number 4 player in the country, you're expected to start. But as a true freshman at a Power 5 school, not only a Power 5 school, but a top tier, I'm going to say it, Pac-12 school, he should definitely threaten to start. But UCLA also brought in Colin Scheel. Hopefully said that right. He is a quarterback transfer from Kent State. A lot of experience there. Not necessarily a phenomenal player, but he does have a lot of experience, and he knows what he's doing. He's played college games before. Dante Moore has not. So it could be a potential quarterback battle between Moore and Scheel. Maybe I said that right. If you're a UCLA fan, let me know, how's this battle going? Who do you think is going to win the job? Let me know. Moving on, here's the schedule, the most important part of the video. We have all 12 games at the bottom. I'll go through here, throw them up on the chart, and give you a projected record at the end. Start out against Coastal Carolina, who have actually been quite good. Recently, in the Sun Belt Conference, they moved up from the FCS levels not too long ago. They've consistently been a 9 or 10 win team, even though they are a pretty good team at their level. They're playing UCLA. They're traveling literally across the country from South Carolina to UCLA, Myrtle Beach, which is literally the coast, all the way to Los Angeles. I think UCLA should take care of business here in their home opener, although last year against South Alabama, they did struggle. It was also a Sun Belt Conference school, just like Coastal Carolina. I expect UCLA to take care of business. Yeah. Next is San Diego State, a team who was going to join the Pac-12. Now they're not, because the Pac-12 collapsed. This game is on the road. It'll be played in San Diego. UCLA is, 21 and 20... No, not... 21 and 1 with a tie against SDSU. 21 wins, 1 tie, 1 loss. I don't expect them to really struggle in this game, but SDSU has made themselves a relatively consistent Mountain West Conference title contender. They're definitely one of the better teams in the Mountain West Conference this year, and because it's a road game, I could say it'll just be a close win. It won't be a big win. I still expect the Bruins to win this game, but I think it'll be a little bit closer than the Coastal game, at least. Next up, we have NC Central. They are a FCS school from North Carolina, Central North Carolina. Last year, they actually were quite good. They were 10-2 with a Cricket Celebration Bowl win over Jackson State. That's right. They were the only team to beat Deion Sanders' Jackson State last year. It was a pretty good game in overtime, gotta say. Although they were pretty good last year, this is a new year, but they're also FCS, meaning it's basically Division 2. So for that reason, I'm going to say UCLA will take a big win in that game. Next up, we have Utah, the first Pac-12 game of the season, against a team they pulled off an upset against last year, the back-to-back conference champs, the Utah Utes. Off the bat, I'm going to say it'll be a close loss. This game is in Salt Lake City. The place is phenomenal. Salt Lake City Stadium, great vibes. In back-to-back Pac-12 champs, I think Utah should, on the road, or should at home for Utah, get this win against the Bruins. Last year was an upset. Maybe it'll happen again, but right now, I don't think so. Next is Washington State, who is coming off of a bye week before heading south to Los Angeles. I think UCLA might struggle with Washington State. Wazoo isn't going to be great. They should finish in the top half of the conference, or maybe right there, even in the middle. They're coming off a bye week. They're all rested. I think this game could be a little bit tricky for the Bruins, even though it's at home. I'm going to say it's a toss-up. Next is Oregon State. This is a road game in Corvallis. Oregon State is going to be definitely a Pac-12 title contender here in the last year of the Pac-12 as we know it. On the road, it's very tough to play in Corvallis. I'm going to say it's a close loss, just like Utah. Yeah, I don't get good vibes from that. Should be a good game, though. Should be a good game. Probably could put it in the toss-up category. Probably should, actually. Okay, whatever. Next is Stanford. Stanford is not good. They're definitely threatening to be the worst team in all of football this year. On the road, heading up to Northern California, I don't think that's really going to matter. UCLA should take care of business in that game. Next up is Colorado at home. UCLA doesn't have much of a home environment, but they should win this game in the Rose Bowl. Where else would they win it? I don't know. Deion Sanders, Colorado, is not going to be phenomenal this year. No matter what you think, I don't think that they're going to be that good this year. So, whatever, UCLA should win that one. Next up is Arizona, who actually upset UCLA last year. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was a wild game. I remember watching that at like 12:30 in the morning. Pac-12 After Dark's gone. That's so sad. I'm really going to miss Pac-12 After Dark. Now it'll just be Mountain West After Dark, seeing San Jose State play Utah State. It'll never be the same. Arizona pulled off the upset last year, and this year UCLA is going on the road to face the Wildcats. They should win that one on paper right now, I think. Same with Arizona State. Arizona State is struggling, I've got to say. And UCLA should also take care of business against the Sun Devils. Now, at this point, UCLA should be on a 4-game winning streak with a lot of momentum going into this next game against USC. On the road, I think because it's the rivalry and because UCLA is on a 4-game winning streak, this game could be a toss-up against Southern Cal and the current reigning Heisman winner Caleb Williams. USC is going to be a very strong team this year, but I think UCLA should be able to keep it close. At least close. Would not shock me if the Bruins pulled off a win across town. Finally, the Bruins head north again to play the Cal Bears. Cal's not good at all, really. And I think UCLA should get a victory there. There you have it. Projected record of 9-3. Let me break that down for you. Wins over NC Central and Coastal. Then they should win all 6 of these games in the close win category. They might drop one. Let's say they drop one. 7 wins. Then they beat at least one of the toss-up games for an 8th win. Then they have to win against Utah or Oregon State for a 9th win. Or they just win all the close games. I feel pretty strong saying 9-3. The toughest games are definitely USC, Utah, and Oregon State. Wouldn't shock me if they get upset once, but it also wouldn't surprise me if they upset another team. 9-3, same as last year. Feels like a pretty good prediction on my end. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe if you made it this far. That's pretty much all I have. Yeah, what do you know? What do you think about UCLA this season? Are you a diehard Bruin fan? I'm not sure if those are a thing. Haven't heard of that. Sorry. Not sorry. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and until the next one, peace.